everyone, my name is Mrakic. I'm the head coach of women's flag football at Vanier College. I've been here for 10 seasons. Well, funny story, a lot of you Vanier players I'm sure know Rick Ewan. And so Rick stopped me one day in the hallway and he said, "Hey you, I think you're an athlete." And I said, "I am. I have played a few sports." And he asked me, "Well, what sport do you play?" And I said, "Well, I play volleyball." He's like, "Have you ever played flag football before?" And I said, "No." He says, "I think you should come try out. You might enjoy it." So I actually did come out and try out for the team. And funny enough, I did enjoy it. My first season I was a snapper, which was a bit of a tough position to get used to. But all in all, it turned out really amazing for me. I truly enjoyed it. And year over year, I got better. I did, in fact, end up winning MVP trophies and such. I was a quarterback in my final season, and it really was a great time. And after I graduated, I decided to come back as an assistant coach, actually, and I helped Rick for a couple seasons. Then I went on to live life a little bit, but now, as you can see, I'm back. So basically, the BCCA is a nonprofit organization, and essentially what we're looking to do is we're looking to eradicate anti-Black racism within the Canadian sector. So essentially, I had seen some announcements on the CAC website, so we're now in collaboration with them. And I reached out to the founder, Leanne Ose. She basically spoke to me about the program, and there were certain things about it that resonated with me, which I felt were important to showcase. One, for Vanier, two, for the flag football program, as well for myself as a Black leader. I want to make sure that young Black females have an opportunity to rise above all the racism that has been in sport for all these years. So essentially I felt that it made sense for me to take my coaching career to the next level, become a mentor, share my experience with some of the young girls that are out there today. Essentially, I want to make sure that they have a safe space where they can talk to someone, where they can share some of their struggles, and that we can provide solutions for them. So my hope is that as the program progresses, we're going to see an even larger number than we did of interest. Already we have 12 mentors, and now we had 50 applicants. So I think it's only going to get bigger and bigger as the years go forward. So I'm very excited to see what's going to happen in the future. Well, that's a loaded question, to be honest. Honestly, I think that there is a level of importance for female coaches to coach female teams. One, because I think there's a certain understanding between who you're coaching and your coach. There are certain things that women versus men understand and what women versus men go through. However, I think, and I pride myself on the fact that the coaches that I've had over the years have actually been men for the most part. But the type of man who understands what it takes to coach women and understands when it is necessary to go hard and when it's necessary to go a little softer. But at the same time, I feel like the girls have a certain comfort level because I'm the female head coach, that if there is something definitely serious that they don't feel comfortable talking about, they can do that with me. Currently, however, I do have a better balance. I have a male coach and I have a female coach. So I feel like I can have a more strict approach in myself, but at the same time, a more directive approach for one of my assistants, and then a more player coach for my other assistant. So I think the balance works well. It all depends though on what you want to do later. Like some, girls do want to aspire to go into coaching or to play in the States or to play at the university level and, be pushed to do that. And I think that sometimes when that happens from a male coach, you can get certain resistance. There's a certain level of sensitivity that is in a woman or in a girl, and at this age, they're just discovering all that. So you kind of have to be somewhat nurturing. And one of the things that we pride ourselves on is not just learning the sport, but at the same time learning about life and what's to come next. So Having that balance too, I think, helps the girls as they move forward into their career or into life. And I'm happy to say that some of the feedback that I've always gotten is, you prepared me for football, but you also prepared me for life. So my top 3 favorite movies are Friday Night Lights, Any Given Sunday, and Love and Basketball. The best scenario was the speech from Al Pacino in Any Given Sunday. And that is the all-time classic. Whenever I'm looking to get hyped for a game, I just put that on YouTube and I'm good to go.
Now I can't make you do it. You gotta look at the guy next to you. Look into his eyes. Now I think you're gonna see a guy who will go that inch with you.
Pre-game is kind of a random thing. I'm always driving to the field and the music's blaring, and I essentially just play what makes me feel good, what makes me happy. There's no one specific, but when that song comes on as I'm putting shuffle, if that's the one, I'm gonna put it on repeat and I'll listen to that all the way to the field, and that's what gets me hyped for sure. So that game was, we were just excited to play. So for me, it was really Return of the Mac from back in the day. That was the song that played that day.